invite Dr. Jerry Anthony to the stage to start with the sessions.
Good morning. So, thank you very much for being here. And as you've probably seen, the title of the course is Sustainable Urbanism, and there's a subtitle as well, Mitigating Climate Change Through Better Urban Development. And Professor Mandal and I are co-organizers of this, and I'm hoping this will at least stimulate some thought, and especially those of you who are students and professionals working in the field. I hope this is thought-provoking and you'll get something out of this. So what I'd like to do is, there are some people watching online, and you guys have taken the time to come here in person. I want you guys to have a strategic advantage over people who are actually watching online, since you've taken the time to come here and be here in person, and it is this. And it's also because we are going to be here for about 10 days together with each other. It'll be really nice for all of you to get to know each other a little bit, and be also comfortable in participating in this course, okay? So I'm assuming that all of you are reasonably comfortable speaking, and I want to start encouraging you to speak in class. So this is not going to be a traditional lecture where I get up and I say lots of things and you'll all sit down and listen and take notes and then go back home. It's not going to be like that. So starting today, what I'd like to do is, how many of you are not faculty from this university? Raise your hands, please. You're not faculty from this university. Okay, that's fantastic. How many of you are students from any university? Okay. Oh, all your students as well. Great. So this next request is primarily for the students. Okay, those of you are students. I want you to get to know each other very well, because you're all studying a very, very important topic that is going to have a huge impact on the Indian landscape, especially urban areas in India, and you have a fantastic opportunity to make a difference in how urban areas in India are shaped. Okay, so what I want you to do is, from where you are, and I will go down the room, okay? I'll go from the back row, I'll call out people, and so starting from the back row, I want a person to share their name with everyone here, which city or state you're from, and share one or more reasons for participating in this workshop. And the reason could be something like this. I've come to this workshop because otherwise I'll be taking classes in my university and the classes are boring, so I can get away from class by coming to this workshop. That's okay. If that's what you want to say that. Or if you want to learn something, but whatever it is, you give genuinely what your reason is, okay? And then some of you have been to Patna before, but some of you have probably come to Patna for the first time. So what have you found to be a very good thing about Patna thus far? And then, what has been one of the worst things about Patna thus far, okay? So I'm going to go around each of you asking that, and I'll tell you about I'll answer these questions myself first. So my name is Jerry Anthony, and I'm from Iowa City in Iowa, which is in the center of the United States. The population of my city, of my entire city, is 75,000. Okay, that's the population of maybe a small part of Patna, okay, or maybe a couple of housing colonies in Delhi. But the population of my town is 75,000. Reasons for joining the workshop is because Dr. Mandal and I started talking about this about 2 years ago. So here I am, and I'm really excited to be here. I think this, India right now is the place where such discussion should happen. So I'm really happy to be here. What's the best thing about Patna thus far? So yesterday, as we were coming from the airport to NIT campus, one of the things that I really appreciated about the campus and the surrounding area is there's so much of greenery around this campus, and it's so close to the river. Those are things that I really like, and I'm really, really happy about noticing that. I haven't seen the rest of Patna, and I might discover. I've been here less than 24 hours, okay? So, in this, and only once I've been outside campus. So based on that, I really like the greenery and the proximity. I've not gone to the river thus far, but in the I'm staying on campus, and this morning at 5 o'clock when I got up, I could really feel the river from my room. So I really like that. What have I not liked about Patna thus far? I think there's a lot of dust. There's a lot of dust, and I don't know if, but for me, I can tell right away. Both I don't have any dust allergies. I have no, but the amount of dust is just absolutely shocking. So and maybe it is just a day or a season or something like that. So that's the thing that I have not liked about Patna thus far. Okay, so starting from the back row, the person on the right with glasses and the computer. Please stand and please, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Good morning, my name is Abdesh Kumar. I'm from Kolkata, West Bengal.
Yeah.
Today I am here because it's a very good topic, and I think it will help me further my thesis research. Best thing about Patna. Okay, let me say the worst thing about Patna.
Okay.
Too much traffic and air pollution, like you mentioned. Best thing, there are few really good things. Greenery, I can say greenery.
Okay. Yeah, that's fantastic. I've been to, thanks, you can sit down. Thank you very much for sharing that. I've been to Calcutta many times, and the Maidan area is fantastic.
Yes.
Bara Bazaar is fantastic. But while driving to the airport, that landfill, the waste dump, is not fantastic. Okay. Okay.
Good morning everyone. My name is Shikta Verma and I am the Vox Populi of Patna. The reason for joining this workshop because lot many problems are arising from urbanization. So I am really eagerly finding the answers from this workshop. And the best part is of Patna is the culture. That the people here are very down to earth. And you can see diverse cultures here. New museum, new Patna Museum. You have veterinary college, which is one of the oldest monument you can see here. And the worst part is sanitation. Here we are all facing the sanitation problem. So really finding answer to this. So thank you so much, sir.
As in sanitation, by that what do you mean? Open defecation, OD? Or?
No, sir. Sanitation is like proper drinking water.
Drinking water.
Drinking water. Secondly, we don't have like proper toilets here.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are a lot many problems like pipeline problem. Other the heat. Heat is also one of the problems. Rise in temperatures are continuous. Like it is the climate change we are facing. All of the people are facing here. So I'm really eagerly here to find this answer. How to find the solution? How to cater down all these problems?
Yeah.
So
thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing that. Like you said, urbanization presents lots of problems, but urbanization also presents lots of opportunities.
yes.
Okay, so this problem is also a great opportunity, especially for a country like India and many other developing countries where the scale of urbanization is increasing. These are problems, yes, challenges, yes, but huge opportunities also. So I'm really glad that you're looking for answers. I hope you'll find some here. I know you'll find some. Thank you. Next.
Good morning everyone, I am Shruti from Patna. So the best thing of the Patna is the historical building and near Ganga river and the develop of balancing the heritage buildings and the urbanization of infrastructure. This is the best part of the Patna to balance the heritage building behalf of urbanization and how to improve the urban speed. This is why we are joining this workshop to how to improve the urbanization, sustainable urbanization skills. Yes.
Great, thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate it. Next.
Good morning everyone. I am Arjun Indrani and I am from Patna, Bihar. The best thing about Patna which I like is it's located along the river Ganga. And the thing I don't like about Patna that the public transport
fields to connect every part of the Patna. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vivek Kumar Vivek, and I am from Devghar, which is located in Jharkhand state, and also it is also the cultural capital of Jharkhand. The best thing I like about Patna is it is one of the ancient cities of India, from where the civilization, Indian civilization started. And the worst thing about Patna is there is plenty of flyovers that are made in the city, but the thing is there are also many roundabouts which are built on the flyover, which creates the same problems which was earlier on the grid level. So this is something I don't like about.
Great, thank you very much. I didn't know there were roundabouts and flyovers, and that's interesting. Happy to learn that.
Good morning, Jerry. I am Dr. B.K. Das, Associate Professor in Department of Architecture and Planning, and I am associated with this department as a faculty since last 20 years.
Okay.
And also I was the student of this department for 5-year program, but extended to 7 years.
Oh, okay.
So I have experience of 27 years about this city as a faculty and also the student.
Yeah.
And the reason for joining this workshop in a humor mode, I would say that Professor Salinder circulated the notice about joining. So yesterday, on last Friday, we signed it, hoping that we'll get 10 days of food and refreshment and tea. That is the humor part. But most important, it is the urge for learning. That is, as a teacher, we always look forward to learn something that we can pass to our students. And the best thing about Patna, I would say, sir, that it is the place attachment that makes everything good. Means once you are attached to the place, you like everything good, and whatever worse is there is always an opportunity to improve it.
That's right.
So there is nothing as such that is worse for Patna, but we have a greater opportunity to convert that worse into the best. Thank you, sir.
That's so many problems to solve. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Vivek Prasad from Nirma University. I belongs to CSA department. So why I am here to join this one? Because recently our project with my PI, she is the HOD of our department, and one project has been selected on nowcasting from ISRO. So if we are moving with a nowcasting, connects with climate and all. So I was going through the schedule and I find out that we have so many things related to climate. And the best part I can say about Patna is, yes, we have River Ganga here. We are fortunate to have it here, and we need to always make this clean. That is a promise that we need to give. The worst, as I'm agree with the sir, that if there is something negative, there is always a scope for the positive things and all. So, but I can say the traffic need to be managed, here, so that we can reach at the correct time to our place.
Your university is here in Patna?
No, my university is at Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's nice to meet with you.
Yeah, likewise. You could pass it on to your left. Yeah.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Stuti, and I'm born and brought up and educated in Patna. And the reason for joining this workshop is to have a deeper meaning of sustainability and incorporating it into the urbanism. The best part about Patna is that actually there are many good things about Patna, but the best part about it is that it is my home. So that is the best thing. And the worst thing, I don't see any, because it is my home. So yes, there are challenges and opportunities. So I feel the first challenge is to manage the gentry better here, and the opportunities there are a lot because we are still developing. So the best part also is that we have more opportunities because we have challenges. So
Thank you very much. Thanks.
I, Dr. Vivek Kumar from Department of Geography, Patna University, Patna. I am curious to know the sustainable urbanization because I am a assistant professor of geography and know the sustainable development. and I want to know in detail the sustainable urbanization.
Great, thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning all, my name is Anmesh Parashar and my home state is Patna, and I have been living here since 31 years and I am 31-year-old. And the reason for joining this workshop is that I am very much fascinated by the urbanism and the sustainability. This cause fascinates me very much. That's why I have joined the course. And the best thing about Patna is my hometown, and I like it very much. Since childhood I have spent many days here, and this was my college also. And I don't think there is worst thing because it is my hometown. But there are some points which I want to mention, that there is some drainage problems which can be better, and there are also some traffic issues which is going to be better. And we are also upcoming metro station is also, metro network is also upcoming here. So things can be more better, and we can contribute in that. Thank you.
Could you pass it to your left?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Lakshman Sri. I am from Patna University. I am pursuing Master in Environmental Science and Management.
Okay.
The reason of joining this workshop to know about how to practice eco-friendly things in infrastructure and urbanism. Or the best thing about Patna is historical significance about Patna and cultural attraction of things. और worst thing about Patna sir, यहाँ पे poor infrastructure and overcrowding मैं बोल सकता हूँ sir. And thank you sir.
Thank you very much.
Good morning everyone, I am Saif Ahmad from Patna University. Currently I am pursuing my masters from Patna University in Environmental Science and Management. I also do my civil engineering from Kolkata, and I am here to understand what sustainable urban is. So that's why I am participating in this program.
Okay, great.
Hello sir.
Yeah.
Good morning sir. I am Swati Priya, research scholar in NIT Patna, and I am from Gaya in Bihar. Reason for joining the workshop to know about the sustainable urbanism. And the best thing about Patna is it is a historical place, and the worst thing about Patna is many issues. Like my research topic is about a smart city project, and I have many more problems. So thank you sir.
Which is going to be better, and we are also upcoming metro station is also, metro network is also upcoming here. So things can be more better, and we can contribute in that. Thank you.
Could you pass it to your left?
Good morning sir. Good morning everyone. My name is Lakshman Sri. I am from Patna University. I am pursuing Master in Environmental Science and Management.
Okay.
The reason of joining this workshop to know about how to practice eco-friendly things in infrastructure and urbanism. Or the best thing about Patna is historical significance about Patna and cultural attraction of things. Or worst thing about Patna sir, यहाँ पे poor infrastructure and overcrowding मैं बोल सकता हूँ sir. And thank you sir.
Thank you very much.
Good morning everyone, I am Saif Ahmad from Patna University. Currently I am pursuing my masters from Patna University in Environmental Science and Management. I also do my civil engineering from Kolkata, and I am here to understand what sustainable urban is. So that's why I am participating in this program.
Okay, great.
Hello sir.
Yeah.
Good morning sir. I am Swati Priya, research scholar in NIT Patna, and I am from Gaya in Bihar. Reason for joining the workshop to know about the sustainable urbanism. And the best thing about Patna is it is a historical place, and the worst thing about Patna is many issues. My research topic is about a smart city project, and I have many more problems. So, thank you, sir.
And best thing about Patna is food.
It's food.
Yes, litti chokha, chicken litti, sattu. Yes, and worst thing about Patna is traffic congestion, pollution, and.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is MD Farhan. I am from Patna, Bihar. And reason for joining this workshop is that it will help me in my thesis project, and it is a new topic, and it will help me to learn about climate change and sustainable urbanism.
Great.
And best thing about Patna is food. It has a rich culture and rich history. And worst part is traffic and air pollution.
Okay, traffic is. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
This Patna is my place, so I love many things about Patna. First of all, this Ganga river is very important for us. This is a holy river, and due to this Ganga river, we Patna people get the fresh vegetables all the time. So Patna don't require vegetables from outside, and that is many organic vegetables we get. And of course it is historical, and many good things are there. But worst thing is the pollution, that sound pollution and this air pollution. Yeah. Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Anthony and the others who are present here. My name is Meenakshi Prashant, and my home city is Patna. But for the past 7.5 years, I have been posted outside of Patna. Why I've joined this workshop? Because urbanism is something which is inevitable, and the entire world is going to get urbanized one day. So sustainability seems like a very small word, but it has a very deeper meaning. And as we are progressing towards an urbanized society, I wanted to get a new perspective on how sustainability can be incorporated in the urban society. And since Patna is my home city, I have very deep ties with this place. I love my city because it's very lively, whether it's the cultural scene, academics, or as somebody said, food. You'll never get bored in the city. You'll always find something to do. And there are two things in which I feel my city needs improvement. For the past 7-8 years, a lot of construction work is going on in the city. So we have dust pollution, it's getting worse. And the second thing is that Patna is very prone to urban flooding. So there's something needs to be done about the drainage system that is existing in the city presently. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate your comments. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Julie Rani from JNU, New Delhi. So Patna is my hometown, but I have gained my education at Delhi.
Yeah.
So the best thing about Patna I can say is that it is the capital of Bihar, and we could see its colors during Chhat Puja, which is the festival offered towards sun god. And if I would be asked like what is the worst thing, so Patna is in a period of transition. So like in our parents' generation, we could see that people have been coming from villages to somewhat urbanized Patna, but now Patna is moving from urbanization towards a metropolitan turn. So the city is in a kind of a dilemma and transition phase.
Right.
So that's why we are like witnessing so many problems like sanitation and pollution.
Yeah.
So this may be one of the reasons. So because the city is in a phase of transition, and the reason I have joined this course on sustainable urbanism, that recently I acquired an interest in urban studies. So I have like recently published one book chapter revisiting urban in Indian political thought, because my background is political science.
Okay.
So how Indian political thinkers such as M.K. Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar have written about urbanism. So M.K. Gandhi was a supporter of rural development. He was like working on khadi and supporting village industries. However, B.R. Ambedkar is opposite to him. So he works on caste factors. So for him, like in the rural setup, like getting exposed to your caste identity is more prone. And in a urban setup, like there are no very rare caste clustered colonies or houses, so the exposure is less. So Ambedkar suggests temporarily moving to a city than staying in a village. To he supports yes he's in a way he supports urban life, and the permanent solution for erasing caste identity he has suggested in one of his book, Waiting for a Visa, which is a very famous work. So like permanently shifting to a foreign country.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing those comments. Really appreciate them. And have you been working with Dr. Kundu, Amitabh Kundu, of JNU? He's a leading scholar of Indian urbanization. He's retired now from JNU, but he still writes a lot of stuff on Indian urbanization.
Yes, sir. Recently, I have presented one paper on in urbanism and architecture urbanism at the Alanya University.
Okay.
So I have published one book chapter on revisiting urban Indian political thought.
Great, fantastic.
So that's where the interest came.
Thank you very much for coming. Yeah. Could you pass the mic on to something? Yeah.
My name is Sameem and I'm from Patna. And the reason for joining this workshop is user, because here in India we are experiencing many things, and the scenario in India and US is different. So we need to learn from other countries who are more developed so that we can incorporate things in our country to make it a better place. And best thing about Patna, it's my home. I like everything about it. It's very lively and very rich in culture. And worst thing about Patna, nothing like that, but yeah, pollution and traffic congestion is a major problem over here.
Great, great. Well, you know what, in terms of solutions for urbanization, the US has some good solutions to offer. But one of the big things about the US, which is very negative in urbanization, is that we have a car-based culture. Car dependency is very, very high. That's not good for sustainable urbanism. So my hope really is many urban planners in the US, academics and practitioners, we are hoping that in developing countries, the urban pattern would be less car dependent.
Yes, so it's very car dependent, and actually I've done my master's in urban regeneration. So regenerating an urban area is something else, but you as a planner, you know that you guys more focus on developing things rather than regenerating it. So it would be a new thing for me to learn something from here, because I only know to regenerate the things.
Okay, good, thank you.
And more in depth to understand more in depth knowledge about sustainability and urbanism, and especially to learn more from experts like you, and what are your thoughts on that. The best thing about Patna is about like mostly history and culture, what we have for last thousands of years. Like we were the capital, like Patliputra, earlier it was named as Patliputra. So during Mauryan period,
it was the Ashoka's capital.
Yes, many dynasties were there. Ashoka's, Mauryan, Pala, Sungas and all. And like in current times we have like Sikhism is over here, like we have best temples and all those things. Worst thing is lack of planning and implementation of like bylaws and everything is not being properly implemented everywhere. And density is, I think, one of the worst over here, the population density and crowd and so that's the thing.
Good, thank you very much.
To Professor Anthony and everyone here. First of all, I want to welcome you from my side also, because this is my city and you came to my city from a very long distance. And I born here and in Patna only, and I have seen a lot of change in this city, and this city has grown in a very haphazard manner. This topic or this course lured me because my PhD topic is related to this topic also. And one thing that the best thing in Patna is more people are knowing or not knowing that there are two confluences of rivers. The confluence of Punpun and Ganga river exists near Patna, and the confluence of Ganga and Gandak is also exists near Patna. So the city exists between two confluences of rivers. And the open fields I also like in this city. If you go outside city, you will find open fields. The culture is very good here. So social cohesion exists very deeply. Social cohesion, and the people are very politically sound here. So these things are very much good about Patna. The worst thing is that the maintenance of institutions. The institutions that we are making, even the public toilets which are made here, that are not maintained properly. So these things I have observed very closely, that these problems exist in the city, and other things like waste management, traffic, and overcrowding. These problems are existing in all the cities, or developing cities. So the scopes for maintenance and development is very much here, and and in different manner we can say everything is going good here. The demands of city is completely dependent, and it is fulfilled in every manner. So nothing that much bad, but the maintenance is completely required for the system which we have developed. To continue that system, all the sets should be completely linked and maintained here. Thank you very much.
And you want to say something? Oh, you're okay. You go ahead.
Okay.
If you...
So hello sir. A very good afternoon to Dr. Anthony and everybody present here. Myself, architect Preksha Gupta. I am an assistant professor in the Department of Architecture. And thank you so much for joining here, sir. Personally, the topic directly and indirectly again, coincides with the area of interest that I am working in as my PhD topic, and also like what I personally have a little knowledge about. Since I am not from here, I belong to the other city, Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. So as I have been here for past 2.5 years now, I joined in 2022. Previously, with that, in this Patna city, there is an institution, Development Management Institute, which talks about disasters. So I was as a planning associate there. So where I got to learn a little bit about the disaster profile, which is also very much, it lies in zone 4, and it has a very drastic kind of disaster profile. It's prone to urban flooding, as ma'am was already rightly said. Then it also has a drought prone area at the same time. Then again, it is very much prone to thermal heat stress, and also the traffic congestion and other problems that you have. So we have seen that there is lots of scope and lots of potential in all the areas of development, and also how along with this multi-hazard prone profile and so many challenges to urbanism, how can we actually move towards making everything in such a maybe in a cohesive way, so that we are able to cater to these demands and reduce the vulnerability and the risk hazards which are associated with these issues. So I am really looking forward to it, that as to how can we actually take the learnings from it and apply it so that it becomes really sustainable in nature. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you very much. So is there any student here who has not had a chance to speak and would like to speak? Okay, good.
Good morning, sir. I'm Kundan Kunal. I'm a PhD student here, and my research topic is flood management on Kosi River. So I think this topic will help me, and I'll say Patna is considered as smart city, but it doesn't look like a smart city yet, but hopefully it will be in next 2 or 3 years. Good thing about Patna is connectivity. Everything situated in nearby, and but worst thing is traffic. Traffic issue is very worst. It increased travel time for less distance. After metro, when metro will start, it will reduce time. And I'm from Bihar, Khagariya district, and it is very connected to me. Like I'm living here since last 15 years. So Patna is very rich in heritage, and it also connects to our ancient ancient time, like Mughal, like Asokan Empire and everything. So that's from myself.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. So, and is there anyone here who has not spoken yet and would like to speak? Okay.
I think my voice is. Welcome to this GAN course. My name is Sailendra Kumar Mandal, and my home city is Kathiawar. I was born in Darbhanga district, but I was raised and educated in that got education up till 12 from Kathiawar. That is again one small district in Bihar state. And as Vijay said, he was my batchmate. So we have studied here from 1995 to Patna. The reason, I wouldn't say the reason for joining, rather I would say the reason for organizing this workshop would be the right question for me. To be very honest, I happen to be one of the convener of the one workshop, that is the cities and climate change, and you were one of the speaker of that workshop. And then the kind of feedback which I received from the participants were that they wanted to listen you in person mode rather than the online mode. So that gave me idea, why not bring the Dr. Jerry to NIT Patna Institute. That idea was in my mind, and I was looking for the opportunity, which opportunity to tap in order to have you here. And if I remember correctly, we were in Australia, in United University of New South Wales. And then the message pop up that the GAN proposal is inviting the proposal from someone. And then I started talking to you, and then we have submitted this form, and then finally you are here. So the one reason was that. The second reason was that since you being a US Fulbrighter, that you have already, we have talked, very few planner or architect, they come as a US Fulbrighter to any university, any country and something. So I just wanted to have the connection between the one Indian Fulbrighter to the American Fulbrighter. That was the byproduct of that, having the organizing that workshop here. Coming to the base thing about the Patna, there are two things, one personal and one professional. I would first address the professional. Having done a lot of research on the Patna, I find the Patna geography and location, and then the natural things available, Patna is very unique in the world. The kind of the groundwater availability in Patna is one of the unique in the entire world, because we have the groundwater which is being recharged with 6 to 7 tributaries. That is, none of the city in the world is having that much activity to recharge the groundwater. So that is the best thing about the Patna. Personally, I would say the Patna has given me the education to stand up my own, and this is the institute. Because of that, I always say that I've been to the many countries around the world, because I'm teaching in NIT Patna. So Patna has a very personal connection with this one. The challenges, I would say the first challenge is like the transportation, because still I do have the car, but I don't want to drive the car. So that is the conflict between me and my wife. I don't want to drive the car, and that city has discouraged me to drive the car. Let me be very honest. And the second, so transportation system should be efficient enough. So you should either encourage people to have the public transport, relying on the efficient transport mode, so that you can commute to one place to other. The second thing is that we have, as I mentioned to you, that we have the very good the groundwater resources. So can we have the sustainable use of that? Because we are not using it sustainably, because we are extracting a lot of groundwater, even surface water is going, and we are not able to use that the surface water. The third thing, recently we have also focused. Just 2 days before, I was in Beijing in China, and when China was one of the worst city, Beijing, in terms of the air pollution. I was there in 2008 and 9 when the Olympic construction was going on. I have experienced that the kind of air pollution that the Beijing was having. But when I visited this time, I was feeling, when I came down from the Beijing, I was feeling a little bit of the discomfort in order to inhale the air and all. So that's my personal things, that the air quality needs to be taken care. Otherwise, it will leads to the more the prone to the people to have the more prone to this air pollution and all. That's the thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing this comment, Shailendra. I've had a wonderful interaction with him for everyone else, like for the last 2 years. We've talked about a whole bunch of things and it's been a great pleasure. That's why when this program was being potentially, there were some challenges 2-3 months ago. I wanted to come primarily because of him. We've had a great interaction. Now we've taken a lot of time to do this introduction because I wanted all of us to get to know each other. We are going to be here for 10 days together, right? And it'll be fairly intense. And so I wanted to have this time for us to talk to each other. And as you've seen, although several of you are from Bihar, from Patna, your perspectives on the place are very different, and that diversity is really good. And there are there is a lot of learning that will happen mutually between you and your peers in this course, and a little bit from me, but a lot of the learning will happen between you people as well. So I wanted to set the framework for that. Okay, so thank you very much for indulging me and sharing all this. We'll take about, let me just get into the formal part of the course a bit more. Generally what we'll try to do is, in this workshop, we'll have lectures for about 2.5 hours, maybe structured into 3 parts or 2 parts. And then towards the end of the day, usually after lunch, we'll have some kind of activity pertaining to the lectures of that day, in-class activity, okay? And it will be in groups, and I will be assigning groups, okay? Shailendra and I will be assigning groups, and every day it will change, okay? You'll have a group activity, and you'll report on the group activity in class, and in the workshop itself, that day itself. So we'll have that. And there are no exams or tests or anything like that, and there are no textbooks. So you won't have a textbook to read or anything, but there are some readings, okay? There are some articles. All of them will be provided for free, and they'll be sent to you by email. You'll have them. Today is the first day.
I will intervene a little bit, sorry. I have already said, I think, in the WhatsApp group, and I will be sending you before that day the reading material into that.
Yeah.
So there's a WhatsApp group I've created, so I'm sending into that one.
Great, fantastic. So my request to you is 2 requests about the readings. First, read them. Second, read them before the discussion. Okay, so you can come better prepared for the discussion, right? And the reading, one of the readings, so in theory there are 2 readings for today, and since we didn't get a chance to meet yesterday, you probably have not done the readings right now, but definitely do the readings for today and the readings for tomorrow by this evening. So when you come tomorrow, you're prepared both with the reading for today and the reading for tomorrow. And one of the readings for today and one of the readings for tomorrow are the 2 most difficult readings that you'll do in this entire workshop. Okay, so they are very, very difficult. There's one of the readings for today is a reading by an author named Garrett Hardin, Garrett. Hardin, Hardin. This article is a very old article. It was written in 1969, and it was written by a biologist talking about population explosion in the 1960s all over the world. And it's a highly influential article. It's been, many people have read, many students have read it from different fields, politics, sociology, geography, urbanization. Read this article. It's a difficult article to read. It talks a lot about population, but there are some, focus on the discussion beyond the population explosion, okay? So there are some solutions that he discusses to the population explosion. Focus more on that, not about the population problem itself, okay? So the population problem is the framework for a deeper discussion. So try to get into that deeper discussion beyond the population, and we'll discuss it tomorrow. And another article is an article by a friend of mine, Scott Campbell. He's a professor of urban planning at Michigan, University of Michigan. And it's called Just Cities, Green Cities, Growing Cities. It's one of the assigned readings for tomorrow. So these 2 readings are very difficult readings. Generally the other readings are not very difficult, they're a bit easy, but these 2 are very foundational and a bit difficult too. So please do read it, because they provide a good framework for our discussions. please, you read this, you'll be really primed for the discussion, and we'll have a good open conversation, okay? It won't be like I'm standing here, or Professor Mandla standing here and telling you, here are the 10 things to do, and you take down notes and those are the 10 things to do. No, it will be more participatory and more discussion based, okay? So there are 3 themes we will discuss today over the different sessions. The first is climate change, and second is increasing urbanization, and the third is sustainable development. So we have about 11 minutes left for for the end of this session, and I'd like to use that time. I won't get through the first topic, but I want to use that time. So, okay, so you might have to stop in between, take for break for lunch, and then come back, and we'll start discussing there. Okay. So, how many of you do not believe that climate change is happening? Okay. So everyone believes that climate change is happening. Okay. How many of you? Why do you believe that climate change is happening? Is it something that you have learned in your professional life, or is it something that you personally experienced, or because someone has told you climate change is happening and you believe that person, so you're saying climate change is happening? Well, so everyone believes climate change is happening, right? So, would someone like to share their reasons for believing climate change is happening? Yes, sir.
So basically, I think that climate is changing because the pattern of rainfall has changed.
In this reason only, the pattern of climate rainfall has changed. As we have experienced the monsoon in early June, now we are experiencing the monsoon in later July.
Okay.
And because of that, what is happening? The shift in agriculture and cultivation has also happening, but the farmers are not adapting the same situation. That they are not believing that the climate is changing, and they are not getting the cultivation time span for cultivating their crops. So I think climate is changing.
So you know from personal experience, right? I mean,
yes, sir. This is my personal experience.
Right. Great. That's fantastic. Anyone else would like to share a personal reason why you think climate change is happening?
At micro level is definitely happening. As Jayesh already remarked, I've also felt when I was a kid, the rainfall pattern was completely different. And the heat that we were experiencing in Patna was not so much during the summer seasons. Now the temperature escalates, goes above 48, 50 degrees Celsius. It was not the case earlier. And usually during the summers, we used to have showers in break. Then dry spells are also increasing during the monsoons. Earlier, we used to have rainfall every day during the monsoon period. And intensity of rainfall has increased. The duration has decreased, but the intensity has increased.
And it's become more erratic, less.
It's very erratic now.
Right. Great, thank you. Anyone else? If someone else wanted to share. Yeah.
Sea level increase हो रहा है sir.
Sea level. Thank you.
Glacier melting.
Yeah, glaciers are melting. That's right. Okay. And anyone else? Any other reason other than personal experience? Any professional knowledge or some research that you've done? Yeah.
No, it's the IPCC report.
IPCC reports, yeah. IPCC reports are all documenting. So climate change is happening, and in many parts of the world, there is some debate about the reasons for climate change. Okay, but the fact that climate change is happening, no one is debating. Okay, it is definitely happening. Many people's personal experience, lived experience shows that. A lot of literature, lots of scientific information is there to show that. But in terms of scientific documentation, we have lots of data showing rising temperatures. Many research institutes across the world, in different parts of the world, many different countries, US, UK, perhaps in India also, are looking at temperatures, and records show that 2024 was one of the average temperature across the earth in 2024 was the highest ever. That beat the record of 2023. The 2023 record beat the 2022 record. Every year the temperature is rising, and it's not from one research institute. Different research institutes in different parts of the world. How much is this? And it's really having a big impact. And carbon dioxide levels are increasing, because as the temperature rises, the ocean's capacity to sequester carbon dioxide decreases, right? So more carbon dioxide is in the atmosphere. And this is, and you can see this in this left graph. This is called the hockey stick graph because of its shape, right? And you can see the phenomenal increase from 1900 onwards in the temperature, land temperature, and carbon dioxide levels are also increasing. Changes in the polar ice cap are really shocking. In the Arctic ice cap, if you look at the picture on the left side of the picture on the left, September 1984, about 40 years ago, and then September 2016, about 10 years ago, you can visibly see the difference in the Arctic ice cap. The Antarctic ice cap is also changing, though not as fast as the Arctic ice cap. The Antarctic ice cap is less prone to solar radiation, so it's not changed as much, but the Arctic ice cap is changing. Since the beginning of history, it has not been possible to actually go from China to Canada or US across the Arctic Circle. Okay, it has not been till last year, because the temperatures have risen so much. The polar ice cap is melted. Now you can actually go by ship, and that has many geopolitical implications. Okay, because now that it opens up commercial transportation, but it also opens up other things like invasions and all of that. All those possibilities also come up. So a lot of people are fighting, like Russia, China, US, and Canada are really trying to control these new shipping lines that are being opened up because of the melting of the ice cap. First time in history that this is there. The global ice cover change is really shocking. From at bottom of the slide, it's not showing up fully, but you can see the pace of change in global ice cover. From 1979 to 1996, it was 8,000 square miles per year was being lost, of ice cover was being lost, and it's almost doubled from that time. Global sea level changes have really gone up. Someone mentioned sea level changes, that has really increased. And many parts of the world, sea level changes have really been, they're already there. It's not something in the future that is going to happen in 10 or 15 years. It's already happening right now. And I think all of you know the story of Maldives, right? Maldives is in the just off the coast of Africa, and how sea level has been rising there, and how the government of Maldives is actively planning to relocate the entire national population away from Maldives, right, from that area. So for those countries, these are not hypothetical discussions. These are discussions that are really affecting their lives. In the US also, many places, water level is rising. One of the big cities that you might have heard of is the city of Miami. It's in Florida. It's a very big city, and there on an average day, on a day where it has not rained for 5, 6, 7 days, it's a very tropical place, 5, 6, 7 days it does not rain. But if you go through the streets of the city of Miami, there'll be 1 or 2 inches of water. Okay, it would feel like just now there was a big thunderstorm. No, it isn't. It is the sea level has risen. And so this is something that is being experienced on a daily basis. So when people go to work, they are going through this portion. But the most extreme example of this urban flooding is the city of Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, where the entire city is sinking. Okay, the entire city is sinking. At the same time, sea level is rising. So the difference in elevation between sea level and the average level of the city is it's changing by about 1 inch every 5 years. Okay, that's a pretty rapid decline, and therefore, there are 2 reasons. Sea level is rising. The other is a lot of groundwater extraction, and this groundwater has been extracted and is not being replenished. So the entire land mass is sinking, and it's sinking uniformly. So it's in some ways it is good as sinking uniformly. So you don't have unequal settlement of foundations. Everything is sinking uniformly. So the whole city is coming down, and so as you may know, about 10 years ago, Indonesia decided to build a new capital. And they built a new capital on this large island called Borneo, and they've chopped a lot of rainforest, and they built a new capital. And last year, sometime in August or September, they officially moved their capital from Jakarta to this new place. And so there also there is a lot of sea level rise. And this is a closer look of Miami, like what might happen in another 10 or 15 years on this new picture. And this is all very expensive real estate, okay? Very, very expensive real estate. All of that might not become usable, or the value of that real estate would actually come down very significantly because of this sea level rise. So other changes that we see are tree cover on mountains. On higher altitudes, you have an alpine line, like there is a certain level on the mountains, up the mountain, where above which you have alpine vegetation, below which you have non-alpine vegetation. That line is shifting up, going up and up, and more trees can grow in lower altitudes, in higher altitudes. Crop growth areas are shifting, so many crops require warm temperature. For example, in the former Soviet bloc, Ukraine used to be what is now Ukraine used to be the breadbasket. This is where all the wheat was grown. But now, because of climate change, the areas in Russia where wheat can be grown has increased. So therefore, Russia is much more self-sufficient in food than it was 20 years ago. Okay, because of this. So there are these other signs of climate change, right? But what it shows is that how crop growth areas are also changing. The number of storms, cyclones, and hurricanes have increased. These disasters, the frequency of the disaster events has increased, and the intensity of the disaster events have also increased. Many changes in seasonal weather, as someone mentioned about rains, and the migratory patterns of birds and bees have also shifted significantly. A lot of this change is caused by the greenhouse effect. And we all know what the greenhouse effect is, right? Solar radiation comes in, and some of the radiation is reflected out, but because of the kind of gases that we have in the atmosphere, some of it escapes, some of it remains within the atmosphere. And then, because of human activity, there are many more gases in the atmosphere, and that exacerbates the greenhouse effect. So the amount of carbon dioxide, methane, and other nitrous oxide gases that are produced, they make it they make the Earth's atmosphere much more solid and reduce the amount of radiation that escapes, and therefore you have this greenhouse effect. Okay, we are at 12:30. Let's break now, and I'll just continue the discussion from here. Okay, when we start at 1:30. Okay. Go from China to Canada or US across the Arctic Circle. Okay, it has not been till last year, because the temperatures have risen so much. The polar ice cap is melted. Now you can actually go by ship. And that has many geopolitical implications, okay? Because now that it opens up commercial transportation, but it also opens up other things like invasions and all of that. All those possibilities also come up. So a lot of people are fighting, like Russia, China, US, and Canada are really trying to control these new shipping lines that are being opened up because of the melting of the ice cap. First time in history that this is there. The global ice cover change is really shocking. From at the bottom of the slide, it's not showing up fully, but you can see the pace of change in global ice cover. From 1979 to 1926, it was 8,000 square miles per year was being lost, of ice cover was being lost, and it's almost doubled from that time. Global sea level changes have really gone up. Someone mentioned sea level changes, that has really increased. And many parts of the world, sea level changes have really they're already there. It's not something in the future that is going to happen in 10 or 15 years. It's already happening right now. And I think all of you know the story of Maldives, right? Maldives is in just off the coast of Africa, and how sea level has been rising there, and how the government of Maldives is actively planning to relocate the entire national population away from Maldives, right, from that area. So for those countries, these are not hypothetical discussions. These are discussions that are really affecting their lives. In the US also, many places water level is rising. One of the big cities that you might have heard of is the city of Miami. It's in Florida. It's a very big city, and there on an average day, on a day where it has not rained for 5, 6, 7 days, it's a very tropical place, 5, 6, 7 days it has not rained. but if you go through the streets of the city of Miami, there'll be 1 or 2 inches of water. Okay, it would feel like just now there was a big thunderstorm. No, it isn't. It is the sea level has risen. And so this is something that is being experienced on a daily basis. So when people go to work, they are going through this portion. But the most extreme example of this urban flooding is the city of Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, where the entire city is sinking. Okay, the entire city is sinking. At the same time, sea level is rising. So the difference in elevation between sea level and the average level of the city is it's changing by about 1 inch every 5 years. Okay, that's a pretty rapid decline, and therefore, there are 2 reasons. Sea level is rising. The other is a lot of groundwater extraction, and this groundwater has been extracted and is not being replenished. So the entire land mass is sinking, and it's sinking uniformly. So it's in some ways it is good as sinking uniformly. So you don't have unequal settlement of foundations. Everything is sinking uniformly. So the whole city is coming down, and so as you may know, about 10 years ago, Indonesia decided to build a new capital. And they built a new capital on this large island called Borneo, and they've chopped a lot of rainforest, and they built a new capital. And last year, sometime in August or September, they officially moved their capital from Jakarta to this new place. And so there also there is a lot of sea level rise. And this is a closer look of Miami, like what might happen in another 10 or 15 years on this new picture. And this is all very expensive real estate, okay? Very, very expensive real estate. All of that might not become usable, or the value of that real estate would actually come down very significantly because of this sea level rise. So other changes that we see are tree cover on mountains. On higher altitudes, you have an alpine line, like there is a certain level on the mountains, up the mountain, above which you have alpine vegetation, below which you have non-alpine vegetation. That line is shifting up, going up and up, and more trees can grow in lower altitudes, in higher altitudes. Crop growth areas are shifting, so many crops require warm temperature. For example, in the former Soviet bloc, Ukraine used to be what is now Ukraine used to be the breadbasket. This is where all the wheat was grown. But now, because of climate change, the areas in Russia where wheat can be grown has increased. So therefore, Russia is much more self-sufficient in food than it was 20 years ago. Okay, because of this. So there are these other sides of climate change, right? But what it shows is that how crop growth areas are also changing. The number of storms, cyclones, and hurricanes have increased. These disasters, the frequency of the disaster events has increased, and the intensity of the disaster events have also increased. Many changes in seasonal weather, as someone mentioned about rains, and the migratory patterns of birds and bees have also shifted significantly. A lot of this change is caused by the greenhouse effect. And we all know what the greenhouse effect is, right? Solar radiation comes in, and some of the radiation is reflected out. But because of the kind of gases that we have in the atmosphere, some of it escapes, some of it remains within the atmosphere. And then, because of human activity, there are many more gases in the atmosphere, and that exacerbates the greenhouse effect. So the amount of carbon dioxide, methane, and other nitrous oxide gases that are produced, they make it they make the Earth's atmosphere much more solid. And reduce the amount of radiation that escapes, and therefore you have this greenhouse effect. Okay, at 12:30, let's break now. Discussion from here. Okay, when we